Congressman, let me ask you this right off the bat.
Yep.
People are contacting me left, right, sideways, and backwards wanting to give you money in your run for governor.
Oh.
How do they do this?
Well, you can go on GreshamBarrett.com. Real simple. And we would welcome the opportunity. GreshamBarrett.com.
How you feeling about it so far? What are you hearing?
Very good. I mean, it's I tell you, it's the things that are going on in this country are the same problem South Carolina has, except at the federal level, they're just they got a lot more zeros behind them or in front of them. Either way you want to look at it, Austin. But government is not going to pull us out of this mess we're in. More spending, more taxing, more borrowing. Those are not the answer. It's empowering people. It's all about jobs. It's all about growth. It's all about economic opportunity. And you do that with a less burdensome tax structure. You do that by shrinking the size of the government. You do that by looking at your baseline and not spending as much. It's not rocket science. It's just putting the X's and O's in the right place.
Congressman, I don't know if you got the news or not, but apparently President Barack Obama announced from the G8 a few minutes ago that all the problems of the world have been solved. I found that I was 2 inches taller and a better dancer all at the same time.
Yeah.
How in the world, and don't you love the fact that the media has gone hook, line, and sinker, that all of this has been put together in 15 minutes and an overseas flight? Why are the media jumping on this bandwagon when everything in their minds and in common sense should tell them that there's nothing new in what President Obama is really advocating right now other than globalization like we've never seen it before?
Globalization and European socialization of the United States. I was talking to a guy who's in the healthcare field who lives, his wife is a doctor. They moved from Canada to Houston. His mother just came to Houston to get a stent put in because it was an 8-month wait in Canada. His best friend, they're 35, they were playing basketball several months ago, tore his ACL, 7 months for an ACL operation.
So, wait a minute, he tore his ACL and it took him 7 months to operate on it?
7 months, my friend.
Holy
7 months.
Cow. Man, that's painful. I mean, you're in constant agony the whole time.
And this is the type of system that the Democrats and Barack Obama want to bring to the United States. This is the type of taxing that the Democrats want to bring. Let me put it in good old North Augusta terms, Austin. Paul Ryan, who is the Republican ranking member on the budget, he's got a son that's 4 and a son that's 7. Paul's a man, 40 years old, I guess. Just to pay for the spending that the Democrats have done thus far, not including the budget that we're talking about as we speak, just the spending since the Democrats have been in charge. If you take Paul's 4-year-old and put 36 years to it, so he's roughly the same age as his dad right now, the tax rates to pay for this government will be 25%, 66%, and 92%. Now, you tell me where the empowerment is in that. You tell me where the drive for entrepreneurship will be with that. That is about government largesse. That is about government controlling your life. And that is about you working for the government. You
know what? This has done one thing for me. It convinces me that once you're dead, you're never going to come back, because if Karl Marx hadn't gotten up out of the grave and hugged Barack Obama by now, it ain't going to happen. Congressman, is there anything, and I actually heard this question asked of Rush Limbaugh today, is there anything rank-and-file Americans can do other than just get hit by this train that's going by? I mean, what on God's green earth are we going to do?
It is called tea parties, my friend, and I'm telling you, I am so fired up and excited about what I'm seeing transpire across this nation. You know, people think people think I have a tremendous voice, and I do. I mean, I'm a United States congressman. I've won a 435, but I want to tell you something. When you see I believe somebody told me the other day that the 1,100 or 1,700 Tea Parties that have already sprung up across this nation. There were 2,000 people in Greenville the other day, 4,000 people in Cincinnati. On the 17th of April, there's another one in Greenville. They're expecting 4,000 people. I'm going to be there. I tell you, my friend, the American people are getting fed up with this, excuse my language, crap the federal government's trying to push on them, and there is no stronger voice than the American people when they get engaged, when they get excited, and when they get mad.
Congressman, you'll be in Greenville. What time is that appearance?
It's the 17th. Hang on just a second.
Oh, it's the 17th, so you're not going to be there on the 15th.
I'm not sure what the 15th is, but I'm looking.
April 15th is when most of these parties are going on.
Yeah, that's right. But the one I'm looking at is at the Bilo Center, 17th of April, 6 to 7:30. And there is a website. It is TheTheUYR.org.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, any chance you're going to be in Columbia on the 15th?
We're going to try.
Okay.
There's a lot of them on the same day, and we're going to try to make as many of these as we can, because I'm telling you, Austin, I'm excited about people getting engaged, because that is the only thing that's going to send a message to Congress.
I will put a bug in your ear about the Columbia rally.
Okay.
Neil Bortz and Mike Huckabee are really pushing attendance at that one, and they will both be there. I guarantee you they would love to see you.
Good, and that's April the 15th.
April 15th.
Super.
I believe it starts at 5 and it goes until about 7:30, and that's something, if you possibly can make it, you should give it a shot.
We'll put it on our list.
Well, Congressman, it's always an honor to talk to you. Let me ask you again very quickly here. We've got a juggernaut going on, and not in a good way, with this march to the left that even some of my diehard Democrat friends and left-wing friends here in Augusta are shocked about. I've got a friend of mine I talked to a little earlier this afternoon, and I was making a joke on here. This guy's left of Barney Frank and his politics, but he's angry because of all this talk about not only the upper income tax brackets just going through the roof, but also the effect that that doing away with tax deductions, charitable donation tax deductions, is going to have on his art.
That's right.
And he also said, Austin, I love for a $100 donation to come in from somebody that makes $50,000 a year, but boy, that $500,000 donation from multimillionaires is what we really, really, really need, and all that's gone away.
That's right. That's right. I mean, there's no incentive. I mean, when you take people's incentives away, no matter what it is, I mean, you turn into robots. Why would you go out and bust your hump to do better when you know that you're going to be penalized in the end? It's counterintuitive, and more than that, Austin, it's un-American. Absolutely. Well, Congressman, thanks a million. Always an honor and a privilege. Tell Emily no harm done, and we'll look forward to meeting her.
We'll do it, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you. Congressman Gresham Barrett. Okie dokie.